I to these my phone. Stand for a moment. Breathing in and out. Float the head up. Sink the hips back and down. Breathing in and out. Calm mind. Calm mind. I think that's soften the muscles. Up the feeling in the bone. Well, that's what it is. Everybody keeps you there. That's it. And one side, and shoulders to the other. Hips go back, shoulders go forward. Hips go to the side, shoulders go to the opposite side. Hips go forward, shoulders go back. Relax around the neck. Gently breathe in, gently out. At least it's nice and warm in here, not like outside. Oh yes, good thinking, shut the door, very good. So, moving slowly exercises the muscles in a structural way. So it strengthens, it helps strengthen bone because it loads the bone. That's why one of the reasons why we move slowly. The other reason is so we understand what we're doing. And if you try and move too fast, it's hard to get the move right. So we do it slowly at first to get a feel for the move, and then you can actually speed it up. I've seen quite fast Tai Chi. So I valiantly made Eli's class this morning at 6. Oh, well, I was very, he was really chilled out. He wasn't, sometimes his 6 AM class, he's full of beans. He wasn't full of beans, he just wanted to do relaxation, and I was so relieved. It was lovely. I was really happy. Well done for making it. Yeah, I haven't got my computer today, so if you want to do something, different, that's feel free. And relax. Nice and relax. So just check your posture again. So you want to focus on the line between the shoulder and the hip. What I'd like to do today is look at step back and circle arms. So that's later than the first section of the form, but I want to do some of the later parts of the form just to practice. So that one and the cloud hands, and then we'll try and put them together. So you want to release in the knees. On those of you that are on Zoom that like training with masters from China, there's Master Chen Style in Warrington. I can't go. But then the baby Master Chen, Chen Yinjun, he's coming in October and November, so he'll probably be in London at one of those. He's in Bristol, Reading, London, and somewhere else in the UK, and then he's going to France and Germany. So that's good. So we're just going to rock forwards and back. While we're rocking forwards and back, we're going to sink down. I'm really feeling mine feel a bit wet because I got these puddles and little touches, but they dry easily as well. Well, not at the moment they don't. So we go to that point where you're just about, like if you're going forward, the heels are just about to leave the ground, so you just rein it in a bit. And you get to that point where the toes are just about, so it's that almost, we need some WD-40, don't we, for the door? That's all my suspension in my car. And then it's for I'm not giving my driver. Yeah. There was a big problem developing outside Mobile Sports Centre earlier, and they'd sorted out the drainage, so it's been raining an awful lot, which was very clever of me to leave my raincoat in my house. I thought that was clever, and I went out, and by that time I had to get in the car and go. And then as I was driving, the rain was pattering, and I was thinking,
Do you want to borrow a pen?
I'm all right.
Stick a Mac in my car, but it's there for emergencies.
Oh, well, that's definitely.
I'm like a puncher.
Oh, what I'll do is I'll leave it in my car and give it back to you next week.
We'll race home and get it. Yeah.
When we finish, when we finish, yeah, because we'll be setting up an inquiry. That will be your good deed for the day. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's a really ugly thing.
I don't care,
Yes.
as long as I can try.
Yes.
Yes, I can try.
And put it in.
So we're
First time.
So relax the ankles a bit more, and we're lengthening. Very good.
Wrist.
We'll do it at the you can
I'll leave it.
leave it on the side. There we are. Thank you so much for that. That's great.
Well, I said the same, so what we thought, it's just sitting there, sat in the car. And change, well, Scott in the car to come here, and I've got very wet.
Oh, I don't know any Tai Chi bottom drying exercises, but we'll go side to side. I know. Why don't you go against the radiator?
Do you want to swap sides? You can
That's
swap
what's
radiator.
Do you want to go get you some trousers?
She can go home and give you some spare.
Fans are a resident dresser.
Yes.
Or the costumier or whatever they call it. There we are, it's sorted. There you go. And then you can still go side to side. Yeah.
What are we doing side to side?
She's doing side to side so she can dry her.
I thought we were doing front and back.
No, we were doing forward to back, we're now doing side to side. So. Reading hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
We
she's
might
got the
not
radiator,
be
she's got the radiator.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what, waterproof, I've got waterproof trousers at home. I've got waterproof shoes in the car.
It doesn't suit down with
Yeah, that you do, yeah.
That was the whole thing, I had waterproof everything on to walk the dog. Got in the car, which has got waterproof seats, and didn't think when I sat,
Yeah,
Oops.
yeah, transfer.
the towel.
Oops. You'll be dry by the end of the, because it's by the end of the class, just hang around there. It's fine. Yeah, we can't see, we wouldn't have known. Yeah. So we're just doing this. Okay, now we're going round and round in a circle.
Not moving the waist at all.
Not yet. He's got a waist version as well. We're just doing the feet. Yeah, we're just doing the shoulders and the feet. So everything's going, so it's like someone's pulling. If you had a bit of string there, they're pulling and they're going round and round like that. So you should be feeling the feet. But Master Chen, big Master Chen, had a different version of this. So we're going to do that as well. But that's just to really tune into the feet. And then we go in the other direction. Thank you so much for all making the effort to get here on this absolutely rotten day. Where are you actually?
Over the road.
Oh, right. Yeah, but even so, if it had been me, I'd have just been snuggled up with a sleeping bag and a hot cup of cocoa or something, you know.
I was just awaiting the heating engineer, my heating broke down this morning.
Oh no,
No, he's gone, that's why I was.
is your heating working now?
Yeah,
Oh.
perfectly. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
Last week we had to wait in.
What?
Did he know
I
what?
was having a
Yes, a
second-hand
transfer valve.
big settee delivered,
Oh,
and they give you a slot.
window. It's
Yeah,
like 5
I
hours.
just had to wait in.
Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. Settee cost me nothing. But the two man in the van,
Okay, then you do a tiny little hip thing. It reminds me a bit of like a very slow, there was a belly dancer and he did this really slow thing. It's very, very tiny movement. What Master Chen, I think what he was trying to do was getting people so they can feel where their hips are. So then when you stand more straight because this is really lined up properly. I think that's what he said. But it was very softly spoken. And also, obviously, because he's from China, Mandarin's his first language, or maybe one, I'm not sure what dialects the village that he was from spoke, because they have like Mandarin, that's more like your Urdu in Pakistan or Hindi in India, and then they have all these extra languages all over China, so it's, yeah, I'll ask Emma, what languages does he, so we won't do it as long as what he did, and then we go around the other direction. That's just a. So he told me I've got to practice this exercise every day to get this line.
so what with your brother? And
Yeah, my older kung fu brother. Yeah.
What is a kung fu brother? Is
A
it
kung
really
fu
your
brother.
brother?
They're what happens. We will practice tai chi. You can practice tai chi, but he does more kung fu. They then become your siblings. So I've got a sister I've got a tai chi sister in Charlton. She told me what to do. Whoever's the older person, it's because I guess it's possibly from their culture, possibly from the Confucian culture, because of the elder and the parental thing. Whoever's the older brother, you do what they say, the older sister. So she's given me stuff to do. Ferris up in Newcastle's given me stuff to do. Then you go and see the teacher, who then gives you stuff to do. So I've got plenty, I've got more than I want to practice at the moment. Okay, there we go. So that should feel a bit more solid. Yeah. We'll do we'll do baby master Chen's leg exercise. So he transfers, he goes to here. And now our hips are nice and stable, we can then do this. Now he usually does 30 to 40, we won't, if he wants to be here all day long.
Is it up and down?
It's round and round. It's round and round. So we're just opening the hip, we're opening the knee, we're opening the ankle. And the other way round. Shake it. And then shake. With the other side. So yeah, I've got a standing exercise, and then the other direction. And okay, and then there's this one. Now be careful with this one. You might, if you can't do this one, do something else. So both toes point forward. I'll show you that from the diagonal view for those of you that are watching from home. And then you make a round shape in the arms, and you're like this. And then what you do is you bend the back leg and straighten the front leg a bit. So you're going like this. And he says, Master Chen says, do this 100 times. We're not going to do it 100 times. 20 is plenty, yeah.
And it's even better.
11, 12, 13. Right. Back. So get your posture just so, and then I spend a bit of time adjusting the feet so they're both pointing forward and I'm also not feeling too wibbly wobbly. And then like this. And then, so this was the exercise we did with Master Chen.
Should the weight be on your front or your back?
It's moving. It's moving. So as you're straightening the knee, the front knee, the back leg is getting more, I'll show you from the side, like this. So it's going back, the weight's moving back and forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. And it really moves your leg, especially if you do 100, you get very strong legs, but you just have to watch the posture so that you're not bending the back or you're not, you know, doing anything too, you want to make the movement very natural. Okay, let's do this one. Do a little bit of shoulder mobility. Did quite a lot of shoulder mobility with Eli this morning. So he teaches at 6, at 12, and at 6 on Wednesdays. Do this. And we're all breathing marvelous. Very good. And the other side. Good. Very soft. Very soft. So the choir is coming later. So because I saw the cups were out, and the thing that they've labelled for each choir, I've got to get a label to put on the Tai Chi stuff. Although people are welcome to use it as long as they put it back when they found it. Okay. Very tiny turn, tiny turn. So this is a sort of Reader's Digest version of Master Chen, Big Master Chen's warm-up, because he would take an hour. We warmed up for a full hour, just doing very gentle exercises and over and over again, and but that's because we're learning with him for 6 hours, so that's why you can afford to spend an hour warming up. Tea. We stopped for a tea break, for a water break, for a quarter. So after about an hour and a quarter, we stopped for a quarter of an hour. But we really needed it because he's very intensive, so his concentration is so good. It's very, very good. And because it was all, that's fine, because it was all teachers as well, it wasn't like when you're learning with the son, it's mostly beginners, and then he has half an hour breaks in between, and then an hour lunch break. So he has much longer breaks, and an hour and a bit lunch break. And then if you're one of the teachers, you're supposed to be practicing 3 breaks. That's the kind of. But if you're not a teacher, you can just relax.
I'll have the afternoon off.
Yeah. then that, some of them did that, they just stayed for the morning and then that was nothing. So you've got to pace yourselves, it takes a long time to build up.
Oh, that's June.
Okay, we'll do a little bit of this one, so just breathe in. Breathe out, sink the hips, extend the fingers, feel a stretch in the elbows, stretch in the arms, and then you release the stretch by bending the elbows, bring the wrists into the shoulders, and then you breathe out and float down. So yeah, Eli, it was just so nice for Eli to be super chilled. So he taught a seminar for 2 days in Suffolk, and he lives in Wales. So he drove all the way to Suffolk from at 5 AM on Saturday morning, or maybe even before 5, to get to the seminar he was teaching, 10. So I think it might have even been 4:30.
My son-in-law drove from Newcastle yesterday morning to wish me a happy birthday.
Oh, bless.
And then he drove all the way back after tea.
Fantastic. Well, true, but that's fantastic. That's great. Oh, happy birthday.
It's not this week, it's next week.
Oh,
He made a mistake.
oh, it's next week. Oh, you're going to bring, when's your birthday? What day?
Next Tuesday.
Okay, hold on.
They're going to make him come back again next week.
No, I said I'd let him off.
Well, that's not bad, is it? Bless him.
I went to the dentist a week early. It's not quite the same, is it?
My friend went to see
Because he didn't
an
do
operates
it.
and was having their fees, and someone came up and said, "Doing our seats," and I said, "No, you did that wrong there."
Oh, dear.
It's easily done. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And then he taught all day on Saturday. And then he was put up somewhere so he couldn't sleep properly. And then he taught all day on Sunday. And then he drove all the way back to Wales.
It's a bit dangerous, isn't it? A long journey when you're tired.
Yeah. And then on the Tuesday evening class, he was completely full of bees because after his class on Tuesday morning, he then had to go and have a 3-hour kick. So he was full of bees and we were doing all this really exhausting stuff. But then on this morning, he said, no, I'm still tired, so I'm going to chill out. And I thought, oh, thank goodness. So we're doing very soft movements, very soft and light. That's it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to do Master Chen standing exercise. Really. So normally what you want to do is be able to stand up for 20 minutes. But Master Chen said, if you're a beginner, it's better to stand correctly for 2 minutes or 5 minutes than to stand badly for 20 minutes. He says you've got to be unimpeded, you've got to be no what did he call it, interference. He said if it's too much, so you've got to have very good posture. So that you just practice this a little bit, so we won't do too much. And then we'll look at the circling, the tiny turning for the step back and circle up. So just and very slowly lower your hands. So we just do a couple of minutes. Very slowly. And then he does it really, really slowly. Okay, so tiny turn, raise the hands up. And then what Emma does, she brushes your cheek, and then you push and pull. I'll do that from the diagonal view for people watching at home, so it's like this. and you're sinking down, so there's a tiny turn. Just so it takes, by doing a tiny turn, it takes the strain off the shoulder joint. So we just and you want to hips in line. So very good elbow. That's great. Nice. So with footwork, just so you can see what happens. We've just done the punch, and then we've done that. Then you're like this, like this. And you, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. We'll leave that bit out. We go from here, and it goes like this, up, and fist under elbow, and then we go step back and circle arms. That. So that's it. So it's a tiny turn. It's only a tiny turn. So this is a good one and it's odd numbers. So the footwork, if we break it down, out, comes in and out. So by walking backwards, it helps with cultivating balance. I'll turn around and we'll do this side walking backwards. So just sort of come in a bit, and then we can all walk backwards together. So you might want to face me when you walk backwards, or if you're behind me, that's fine. So then you can still walk backwards, but you can face me like that. Then transfer the weight. So you don't want to be in a hurry. So it goes 1, 2, put the foot down, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then what Eva does, she keeps her feet completely parallel when she does this. So she puts her foot down parallel, then she's not having to neaten up at the end. But I'm not as good as her, so I have to neaten my foot up a bit. I'll turn around again and just do that. So come forward and then face this way, then you're not having to. Oh, okay. Well, you can. I'll make it. Yeah, so you can either walk backwards with me or walk backwards away from me. That'll work. Oh. So, like this. Like this. That's it. So imagine you're a very lithe and nimble cat. So it's just like it's on the 3, 4, 5, 6, and once more with feeling 7. Marvellous. So yeah, my feet aren't, so she likes to have it very parallel. So if I show it, they come in, out, sink, transfer, in, out. So it's like a kind of almost like a zigzag. Can you feel it merging in your legs? Fantastic, isn't it? So that will build the strength in these leg muscles, which will then nicely come on the bone and help with bone density. So that's why it's a very good thing.
I can feel it in the knees.
You can feel it in your knees, yeah. So any other?
Why doesn't it hurt my legs?
I don't know. I mean, it could be because you're doing it correctly.
Or I might be doing it totally wrong.
Well, what you do is you ask about the body. If you do something soft and relaxed enough, the body will tell you whether you're doing it wrong or not. Well, Master Chen, he can tell when he's got interference between when there's blockages. So what he'll do is, because I was watching him, he's very subtle, because he's been doing it for 80 years, 80 years. He's been training at a very high level. Even when he was a child, because he was a natural at it, someone would have took him to one side and said, practice this. And so when he does his standing, he'll do like little adjustments, a bit like when Missy the cat, she'll kind of do little, but almost on a subcellular level he's looking at. And then he's saying when there's no interference, chi flows, the chi flows. So the idea is you're getting the circulation really, really good by getting your posture just so. So when you're doing let's go back to this exercise. So what it is trying to move that foot movement. They can do it sitting down, it's fine. It's still going to work. So what you want to do when you're doing it is you're keeping the knees. So the knees are, there's a slight, it's like when you're doing this one, he does the tiny turn, which is a very gentle, it's very gentle on the spine, it doesn't put any pressure in it. And then when you do this tiny turn, raise the arms. That's it. So when you open the arms, you want to relax. So think of really relaxing as the arms come up and then. So it becomes almost like a kind of meditation. The way he moves, very meditative and very serene. And it's like you're almost like you're waiting all the way through, just noticing what's happening, getting yourself in the right spot. So, for fun, now actually, I think we'd be better off if you three will go that end, otherwise it's going to get very confusing when we do the step back and step I'll go over here. Hopefully you can still see what's going on. Come forward to be walking backwards. You'll be walking backwards, that's it. Make sure that's it. Come a little bit further. So don't worry about the zoomies, they can still see me. So we'll go to this one, pushing. So you're pushing like this. This is very gentle push. The elbows are down and there's a bend, there's a curve in the, and you've also got this aliveness right to the fingertips, like cat whiskers, you know, that are sensing everything. Yeah. And then the hips are level, the shoulders are level, and you're sinking, you're in cat stance. So then you go like this, step. Now make sure both your feet point forward. Now you sit back. That's number one. So we usually do 3, 5, or 7. Now turn. Bring the hand to the cheek, step back. And keep the weight forward, check your feet. Then as you push and pull, you transfer the weight into the back foot. Eventually the corners sort of smooth off a bit. Just nice and relaxed. And then once more we're feeling. Actually, we'll do another one, because I think we should end up with the right hand forward. So right hand. Marvellous.
I couldn't see your hands, so they tend.
They're doing
just practice it.
They're doing what we've just practiced.
I'm
Have a look from the sides.
Seeing it.
Have a look from the sides. So look, I've got my left foot forward,
Exactly the same for me.
and then we'll look. So because we're doing it so slowly, we're doing it in bits. So toes pointing forward, toes pointing forward. So you're like that. So that goes forward and that goes back. We just do that as a little exercise like this. And then swap sides. So we've got the weight coming forward, like when you were doing that exercise actually, except instead of that way, we're staying more upright. We're staying more upright. That way. Yeah. So that the hands finish as these land. So it's like like that. Yeah. It's quite subtle, isn't it? I haven't realised. Let's do some silk reading, and then we'll go through the first bit. So find your spots. We'll just do a little bit of the first. We'll do silk reading number 1 and number 2. So on the YouTube channel, the Grey Heron Internal Arts YouTube channel, I've done a sort of late night Tai Chi practice video from like last year that I hadn't had time to go and put up there, but I finally did. So it's just like a collection. I do the first section of the Lao Jar. There's a little bit of Qigong, there's the cow gaze of the moon, there's a big moon. There's some silk reading, there's some health dance, so we can have a that's much better. So So we're connecting through the body, moving in a connected way, which is good for your coordination. So, and good coordination is good for the brain. It's all good stuff. Yeah, they do science on Tai Chi. Even though it doesn't look like you're doing anything at all, what is this weird stuff? It does amazing things for the body. So it's all good. It's going to be a very soggy choir today, isn't it, Lester? Good job, it's nice and warm in here. Did you put the heating on there this morning?
Well, I get Paul to do that.
Oh,
But Natasha had an app on her phone that we haven't managed to do, so we physically have to program it. But he's only doing
well,
it.
I trust people more than machines anyway.
But she's amazing, she could control the heating even if she was on holiday.
Oh, that's just showing off, isn't it? That's just showing
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
So,
Did she have a child or something? Is that why she
four. She's
Oh, she
had
had
a
that.
baby and she went back to work after maternity leave. Yeah. She's quite amazing.
She is, yeah. I mean, she really was on it for everything.
Yes.
She's sort of.
But we just got a new task now because you notice the clock.
Yeah, it's lovely. You have to wind the clock every day.
Well, no, we think it will go a week.
I'm very impressed with it. Where did you find the clock?
It belongs to the hall.
Oh,
Do you know it well? Yes. Husband repaired it. So
From my youth.
yes.
And called middle age you.
It's a lovely sound.
it's a lovely sound. I love it. I think it's great. I much prefer it to the new one. What happened to the new clock?
I didn't know it's put it.
Okay.
Perhaps it was there.
It suits this hall, that nice old clock. It just feels right.
It's going to have a plaque about one who's giving some money. Someone requested money to the hall. And this one printed in brass. The clock.
That's lovely.
That was Dennis, was it? Dennis Miller.
So yes,
Oh, wonderful. I approve.
it's amazing.
That's nice because the lady did the money for the church, didn't she?
Oh, the Whitehead. Mrs.
Miss
Mason.
Whitehead, yeah. And the church is gorgeous, so I love that. It's nice because the building then is enjoyed by everybody. So that's actually really thoughtful and kind to do that. So we're just doing it. So just relax the shoulders, very relaxed shoulders. Okay.
I think the clock originated from the school when it was a
Yes.
school. It's identical to the one we had at school.
Okay. It looks like they out. We'll just do a bit of bounce. And we'll also do a little bit of shake. And then we'll do wobbling after that. So we'll just do a bit of shaking. We've not done shaking for a while, then just wobbling. So just very small, little circular movements, a little tiny tone, and a little. Breathing out. So feeling the ground under the feet, feeling the connections in the body. Well, it's clearing up now. I might not need that raincoat because I'm only going back home and I've got a raincoat at home. My car's like a raincoat, really.
It's still raining.
Yeah, but it's lessened because the birds have started singing. The robins started up.
Shining the water wings to get home.
You might need your canoe paddle, you know. You might need to. Yeah, the robins, that needed clearing up. Okay, let's do this one. So now we've done that wobbling, it should feel a bit easier getting round, is it? You feel that, these little tiny turns, so tiny turn, tiny turn, tiny turn, so that's it. So, I'm taking my car for its MOT and service on Friday. And once I found out how much I paid, then I'll be able to pay the full hire bill. So I'm a bit late because of my car.
I booked.
Okay, well, you know where I live and,
No, I don't actually.
oh, you don't? Oh, I'll tell you.
Don't
Oh,
tell me.
Oh, no, I'll write you an email, but no, I haven't forgotten, it's just that, you know, but I've just got to make sure there's enough in there to cover the car. Okay. Oh, marvellous, very good. Let's do the, up to the first single width, so if everybody, what faces that way? Just go up to the first single width, so. Now, and then we'll do, raise the heel, step out with the left foot, toe, heel. Have a little look down, so when your feet land, they're perfectly parallel, perfectly parallel. And then raise the hands up. Oh, the hands come up like this, they come up like that, and then it turns over. And actually, we'll do that bit. We'll do that bit just to practice. So hands by the sides. So it comes up and then they rotate. At least that's what Master Chen was doing last year, the baby Master Chen. He was doing it all like this. There was like a little rotation. When we did the old new frame, we just did it up and down and plain. But when I did it with one more time. Go to here. Transfer your weight into your right foot. Raise the hands up, arm out. Transfer your weight into your left foot, down, and up. Turn the right foot out. Transfer to the right foot, step. So on. Down. Now make a right angle with your left arm. Weight forward, weight forward. That's it. Right angle with your left arm, great weight forward. Then turn, open. Bring the right foot up. This. And then like this, and like that. Very good. Turn to the left, turn to the right. Turn to the left, cross the hands, right hand on the left. Transfer the weight. Step right. Lazily tying coat. Push to the corner. Turn slightly, release the left hand, bring the left hand to the right. Transfer the weight into the left foot. Push. single width. Nice. Let's do that again. And then about raise the heel, step, toe, heel. Breathe in, breathe out, calm down. Release along the spine, release the muscles of the back, head floating, shoulders sinking, nice open feeling in the arms, and then we begin, raise arms, breathe in, breathe out. Guardian warrior, hands the water, right foot, cat stance. Lazily time coat. Sit sealing and for closing. Single width. Okay, we're starting to run out of time, so we'll unfortunately have to do other things. So let's we'll do a little bit of tree qigong. Just the kind of, now the good thing about tree qigong, has it worked?
It did.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
We will know that for next time, because then if I end up having to teach next to that radiator like that, we'll know because I've spilled something on my driver's seat and I'll, you know. Brilliant.
Oh, wait, I thought it was the qigong work, not simply radiant.
No, it didn't radiate.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I know the qigong works. But actually, because the qigong helps you, because we're standing correctly, it will help improve your circulation. That will generate some heat around, you know, that might work. I think the radiator's probably faster though. So we'll do a bit of tree qigong. So basically, just move your arms however you feel. You can have a little bit of a turn, or you can just stick with a, and just have a bit of a play around. So you can do the silk reading as a form of health dance. And we're doing a bit of tree qigong. So you can, and then some people when they do their tree qigong, they kind of turn themselves into sort of pretzels. I don't know. I quite like. And then you can just practice. Just make it up basically. It's a bit like there was a French and Saunders sketch where they do interpretive dance. It's a bit like that. So maybe not, but
It's 1970s.
sort of 1970s
Something
disco with the big spanking trousers and big hair and stuff. And then what you can do is you can just start doing some stepping and just moving. You can do open close, you can try silk breathing out as a form of health dance. Just don't go too fast. Go very slow. I was looking at health dance last night. Oh, yeah. So anything you remember, just see what happens, what comes up, it's just a good way, just getting yourself moving. There's a master in Manchester, and when he was younger, they used to take him out clubbing when he was young and foolish. Then realised that it doesn't really work with being a full-time Tai Chi guy to get out clubbing. It's not good. But they're all very young and foolish, all the students and people. He's got much more sense of wisdom. But he apparently was an excellent dancer. He'd never danced before, he'd never done this Tai Chi, but he could follow, and everyone would want to dance with him. So that's the health dance. And then the faster one you can do with kicks and punches, and that's the fighting dance. So you can. If you want to ramp it up a bit. So, anyway. Oh, nice. Well, I feel like I've got somewhere. So, back to tiny turning. But the important thing is, even when you're doing the fighting dance, you've got to keep calm. It's a bit of an oxymoron, but he was very. Master Chen doesn't do the fighting dance, but there are equivalents of it because there's very fast forms we were doing it, and there are these very explosive movements. And even when he was doing those movements, so things like this, he was doing that. He'd do it very calm, but it would look amazing. It's very what was the other pattern? Yeah, really super calm, but very, and it's even better than if you get all rough. You would go, oh, really good. Oh. Okay, that's so getting this sort of almost like an anchor of quietness, whatever you're doing. Then, if what you're doing is tricky, you can just go, oh, whatever. Very useful, like when my tile blew a couple of Mondays back. I thought, oh, I know, I'll practice being calm, that'll help. And it really did, because I wasn't calm. I was thinking, oh no. And I went, oh, nice. Oh, I'll go and stand in the sunshine. Marvellous. It was great, and I felt really good. And then what helped me calm even more was Marion and Andy making hot soup. So at the end of it, I had a really nice hot soup with Marion and Andy. That was even better. So the arms are light and floating, and you've got this lovely tall feeling and solid feeling through the feet, this real strength. Well, we better have young faces, haven't we? Yeah, good idea. Good idea. So just super young today. College. So just feel those years flying off. Excellent. And then facelift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's from ever. Just do that. Oh, that's so nice. And then we just rub it again, and then we give our lower back some nice rub. Oh, that's great. A bit of balance. And just check your posture, so we get this real calming down thing. So I'm looking forward, listening behind, this nice, like you're expanding in all directions, up, out to the side, so it's like you're turning into a big giant. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So I'm definitely going to have to up my practice to prepare for October, November when the sun's coming, because the more practice that I do, the less of a culture shock it is when we're doing all this training all day long. Then my legs are aching less, the less. So it's definitely worth it. So I was listening to a podcast about meditating and doing yoga and exercising, meditative exercising things, and the bloke that was talking said he doesn't actually want to do any meditation. He doesn't want to go to the gym. He doesn't want to go to yoga class. He doesn't want to do. But he said it's a bit like cleaning your teeth. Once he's been to those things, he feels much better. And if he went a couple of days without cleaning his teeth, it would be awful. And it's the same thing. And I thought, oh, yeah, that makes sense. You just feel much better having done it, even though you don't want to do it at all. It's just one of those things. Fine. So. Oh. Right, get good results with this. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Make this with the right hand. Left hand over the top. Bring your feet together and nice. Very nice. We're getting somewhere. So we'll and then what we'll do is we'll put the bits of the form together. So yeah. And then it will be this beautiful thing. Oh, thanks very much. Right, let's get ready for the choir. Well done, everyone. That was marvellous. Thanks for coming, and see you next time. Bye. Bye. Good job, everyone.